Alright, so I just kind of want to get this out. I like playing Desert Strike. Uh, this is the same map. It hasn't really been altered too much. There are new maps coming out. But this is the last one that was created by, what's his name? Kakashi. Like, he just, like, it's been the same for almost way too long. So a lot of builds are crap. A lot of things are just bad. Anyway, so over here we have Red, who Artanis. We just played a 3v3, and this guy, all he did was rush. What's it called? Zealots and Archons. And I'm like, okay, so it's a PvP. Zealots Archons are absolutely terrible, terrible for PvP. And I told him why. I'm like, well, it just doesn't pan out well. So we'll just do a little bit faster. We'll get through. I build one zealot. This isn't what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to do what he does. Gas. He comes out here. He does the right thing. He tries to start kite. Kite, kite, kite. The only problem is teleports away too soon because he has to build. So he built something. He comes kites, kites. Good. But two more are right at his core. So there's not too much going on. So here, watch it from his perspective. Well, not his camera, because that's as you guys video editor. So you'll have to just deal. So I start out with 2 of this. Now look, he's got 8 zealots. Which, all right. So first gas, the most you can afford is 3. You could get you can go for 1 gateway, 2 adept, or 1 gateway, a sentry, not sentry, a stalker, and an archon. You'll be a little late on gas, but sometimes it's worth it just to get up that early tech. So now he's got 8 because he's going after, because I built 1 zealot, the most I can do is 3 adept right after that. So I have, what is this? I have like 4 adept, so he wins this and can't, like, you know, because zealots overwhelm adepts early game. That's fine. It really would have been good if he just turned them, like, several of them. But here I go. Here's the six adepts opening up, and he's still going with this. He's saving up. He's gonna gas up. Cool. Clicks a whole bunch of things. Don't know why. I come out just to poke at these guys. I'm not really expecting to survive here because, let's be honest, there's just really not much. However, every wave I survive, I get a little stronger. Like here he's going to come in with his probe to do some harassment. However, adepts just scale better than zealots. That's just how it works. 325 and 280. You are saving a little bit of minerals. You can start out doing it, but there's just going to be more and more adepts. More and more adepts. So right here, you can see 8. So I actually made 1 more than I should have because I kind of want to get this early pressure on. Because I know if he gets early pressure and he takes this, he's going to start BMing. Oh, I'm winning, I'm winning, I'm winning. And I just kind of want to trample this guy. So he's building more and more gateways. And he's not like diversifying like 3 into dark guys. Because honestly, all he's fighting are these guys. Getting a few dark zealots might have actually been good. And here, he's doing something right. He's kiting. However, you don't want to kite this way. You want to like do a little stutter step, like go back and forth. You want to wiggle it a little bit. And the reason is, move speed is 2.5, move speed 2.81. You're going to always outrun them, and you're going to do exactly what this did. They split off. And now, those zealots are facing off, and now they gotta come around, and they gotta kill these, and all the while I'm getting more and more free damage, free damage, free damage. And then these guys come to stack up on a pretty good, like, concave. Like, I got that good structure to it. So here comes out the first sentry. It's not gonna do too much. 1 sentry isn't gonna do too much. 2 sentries, not gonna do too much. 4 sentries are gonna start doing something. 8, gonna do a lot. And more. See, there he goes again. I got these separated, and now they're just separated. So now I get these killed off. I killed off half. It, like, he's still not going to do all that well. So here he comes in. Now I got a full adept, and bam, I took it out. So now look, okay, he's got to get this one cleared up, but he can't do anything. I'm now 1,000 minerals ahead with an army that's going to scale better. And what's Red's concern right here? Poor Artanis. More and more zealots, just doubling down. It hasn't worked yet, but it will work. Now, it worked out before because, oh goodness, Jimmy, as Winter Starcraft says, oh goodness, you are getting loud. That's a little bit better. Alright, he's just doubling down. In last game, he was like, oh, well, I won that one round. He won one wave against me because I just was building for my ally. So here's the one thing I started doing. Get one DT. One DT will then force him to have to buy detection. Which, if you don't buy detection, Sentries actually do lose, because your units will just kill the hallucinations. The whole point of the hallucination isn't to do anything, but provide pathing block. So now he's got DTs running around, killing his units. So eventually he's going to have to get, there it is, detection. So now he's got detection, he's got lots and lots of zealots. What's he gonna do now? He will double down. And meanwhile, so he's got this much. Look how I've diversified, and I start building these sentries. Now sentries are out. This guy comes out, kills a whole bunch of things. What a jerk. But now he's, look, he's got more units than me. He should win this, right? But those sentries, look, alright, like, let's go back a little bit. Okay, watch. Sentries come up. They force the zealots away. Like, just right off the bat. They force them away. Let's watch. They try to maneuver, but they're getting stuck, and they're just not getting that surround. I mean, right here, you got a couple of zealots working in. The bulk of them are bunched up. They can't get that good surround on me. So, I just obliterate them. See, they only get 1, 2, maybe attacking one person. And there's this guy, he's all stuck. And there we go. So what's his answer? More zealots. Just, look, it doesn't work. See, these units are being forced. Now they're coming into a fresh wave, and this wave is still fresh. It's still got like half of its units. And this is the cheese that Protoss can do. This cheese works best if you're PvP with a Zerg behind you, you're PvP, and there's Terran on both sides. This is a delay tactic, I would say. You're just delaying the wave. Now imagine if I had Zerglings coming in. Zerglings would have already been here right now. Most of my army is still alive. His army isn't doing crap. So then Zerg is stacking on me, and he's losing. So, now that I have all these sentries, like, look how many sentries I have. I'm going to get these up. Why am I getting Zelnanga towers? He could, in theory, go berserkers and start actually punching through. I don't want to allow that to happen. But what does he go? He's got his own forge. Is he going to cheese me as well? No, he can't cheese. If someone starts building up sentries like this, the most you can do is Immortal up, Colossus up. So I'm kind of also worried about that, because if he starts Immortaling and Colossying, Colossus are going to wreck this, Immortals are going to wreck all my Adepts. So I'm a little bit like, a little worried on that. But if he goes up that way, I have other cheesy strategies I could use. So look at how all of his units are just, they're bunched up. They can't get in. They're doing minimum little damages here and there as 1 or 2 zealots get through. And look at this. They push Shostakovich back. So he gets more Archon, more zealots, 1 forge. And right here you can see just how this great wall of hallucinations works. It's an incredibly cheesy strategy. I wouldn't recommend doing this. But we are going to go ahead. We're going to speed up here. He is going to have to boom, I think right here he booms? Or you might want to wait the one more wave, I forget. Yeah, I think he waits this one more wave. Now, he got a Mother Core, which is good. Slowing down units could help you. And here I am. I'm doing a little BM. Because I'm like, so I told you it doesn't work. So what are you saying? Look at all those hallucinations. Booms me. Alright, now if he thinks this wave is going to do so good, he should in theory do something 1v1. Like fresh wave versus fresh wave. And look, what are you guys expecting to happen? Boom. These guys get picked off as they're supposed to. I slow down a few of the units for the sentries to come on in. They start building a buffer. I mean, we're getting hit a little bit, we're losing a few units, but that doesn't matter. Like I said, this is a delay tactic. Units are getting delayed, and as they're being delayed, fresh armies going to come on in and add into this, like, abomination. So, there we go. I just won this wave. He doesn't have enough units to really kill my wave, nor could he. This is the problem. Hallucinations will hold back your Archons further away. And then we go back into the snowball. Like, here they are. Here is exactly what they do, right? All these units are just held back. They can't engage. So now you got all this tied up. Can't do anything. Just can't do anything. So I come on in. Now I'm stacking. So I'm about here. I'm thinking, what do I make? What can I invest into? What is my next strategy? Because once you start winning a wave like this, you want to think go up in the world. You don't want to go back down. You want to go up. I forget what I start doing. I don't know if I just double down because I just want to rub it in his face because he's already used one boom. He's going to have to use another. So I'm 2 booms ahead. You can even say I haven't even so much as gotten it. So yeah, I'm like, let me just double down with sentries. just make his life miserable and show him sentries. Okay, so now he has Dark Stalkers. Dark Stalkers will ruin sentries if they can hit. But here's the issue. Watch as these hallucinations come up and they tap on them. They blink away. So now the units are dealing with the hallucinations rather than dealing with any actual units. And there we go. Now I'm at the core again. He's gonna have to boom. And I'm just sitting back watching and going, what is his next strategy? I'm looking at his army, I'm saying, what? He's made more Dark Stalkers, thinking that that'll fix the problem. Yes, it's the Dark Stalkers, even though most of my damage is tied up with armored units. I have my own Dark Stalkers and Sentries, so I'm thinking, time to go up. Time to get me a Stargate. And right about here, I think he calls it GG. He doesn't want to do it, and we end the game there. But like you could see, like what he had wasn't going to work. There's 2 things you could do in this kind of scenario. One, you could do a line of Zealots, Archon, upgrade them into Berserkers, and then go Oracles. Oracles, surprise, surprise. Oracle mothership, 2, 3 motherships, and then like 6 oracles, like just swarm them. Oracles will run through sentries and will actually do pretty decent to the adepts. If you have the motherships on top, combined with motherships, berserkers, zealots, so long as your wave's all in the front, it's pretty good. Toss, sorry. Protoss doesn't have a great way of dealing with oracles. You would think Fade, well, until you get a certain amount of Fade, it doesn't really work out. Fades just don't deal that much damage to them. Archons, they're psionic. They die faster. Adepts are your best strategy, but most people just go to 6 Adept. like that's my normal strategy. 1 gateway, 2 adept. Well, gas, 1 gateway, 2 adept. Gas. 1, 2 adepts, maybe a forge and a cybernautics. Gas. And then get up my last a little bit of that, a mothership core, and play to my side. If it's like a Terran or a Zerg, I might get 4 more adept, and then a forge or 2 just to help stacking, and then maybe immortals if I'm already winning by then, which is usually the case. But you see here, like, he's stuck in his own ways. And if I could show you, this guy has like XP 99999, XP 999, you know, like he edited his game files because he likes his build. This would suck against Terran because Terran can just Firebat and Hellbat it, and then Ghost. That ruins it. The Zerg, Roaches will deal with this, so you could do a 8 Roach into Hydra, and just Hydra with Rageless support will deal with all of this. Done. Once he starts getting up this, by that time, I forget which wave we were, 31, you would have 2 Swarm Guardians out by then, and you'd be winning. So like, this is just, it's tying up this whole line right here. Delete it. More Archon, 1 more core, and what else would I have built? Yeah, Oracle up. Like, I'm not really invested into anti-air or Immortal up, which would be the most appropriate response. Someone starts Sentry spamming you, you get out your own 6 Sentry Immortal. Or Immortal then 6 Sentry, because Immortals will outrange them. These only have like a 4 and a 5 range. And Immortal has like 6. So you're going to outrange and outlast this, because they just don't do damage to Oracles. You just win. Anyway, I just wanted to kind of get this replay in, because this guy he didn't quite do it right. Losing my voice. Wow. Well, that's all. Thanks for watching. We will end this watching his thing explode one more time. And there we go. That's all.